Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Returning it from the 4. Good looking return here, and he's got room. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters into his own hands.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Back to the well again. Down the sideline to the 45. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. And because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And he's brought down for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Following the play, we have an injured commander. The training staff out there to check on him as we pause. And the Browns bringing out some extra defensive backs. We got dime on third down.
Here we go.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Cairo Santos now to try the field goal. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Carney's kick is good. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Starting from the 5. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
A give to Dobbins to start the 3rd. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Ball on the 45. 1st and 10. They'll throw it. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
He's one of the greatest to do it. Justin Tucker on for the field goal. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. They give it to him again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Has it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Commanders have possession and a massive lead. This one looking like it could be over.
Okay, break.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Check smash. Let's go now.
They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Hey, check that, streets.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Commanders keep running away with this. That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on 1st down, they go right back to the ground and score just 1 play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that 1st down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of pride. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
Santos connects on the point after. And the Commanders continue piling on to this lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Johnson with a return here. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready?
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Got a man, it's Njoku. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that gives the Browns a first. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Check go.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down.
Set.
He's dropping back to throw. He connects with his back deep down the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go. Set.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 26. And now they have a 1st and goal.
Ready, ready.
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. Is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns putting up points in a game decided. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points.
Browns 17.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Roll, roll, roll. Hurt, hurt. Go.
Another carry for him. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
Cowboy 80.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the run. And that sets up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down. New set of downs for them from the 46. First down, and they go right back to it. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders nearing their second win in the campaign. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Here we go.
They're running the option, short side. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Let's go.
Running this one left. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
And he's brought down for a loss.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1.
Let's see what they went with on third down.
14.
To score this as a win for the Commanders. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football.
Yeah, thinking that it happened overnight, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look, wait. I got people trying to wish and pray that I'ma fall about it, all about it till we spoke in person. Don't wanna talk about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough, toying with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up? Another number in the round up. Put the town up, I built this thing up from the ground up. And if I bounce up, I get my crown stuck. Green light go, got the east side flow. I'm a giant in the space like FIFA4. All the kids sing along like E-I-O. Every time when they see my show, thinking that it happened overnight, yeah, it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, they timid. Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause I'm timid. Look,
Esto es talento y favor and you got no skill. I got drive, baby, ustedes son roadkill. Yeah, ya te dije, no están en mi carta perder. De pequeño estoy ungido, baby, ese es mi flex. No me
Thinking that it happened overnight, but it didn't. In it for the long haul flight, I'm committed. Wanted me to fail out of spite, but I didn't. All bark, but they don't bite, cause they timid. Look,